Here is a quick tutorial on how to relieve headache and sinus congestion brought on by allergies. I suffer pretty severely from congestion, especially in the winter, and I learned a couple of acupressure techniques to help relieve these symptoms. So my hope is that you will find this to be helpful as well. A couple of things before we officially begin the points. This isn't a cure. It's a temporary relief. I've been doing this for over a year now. Before I go to bed, I'm in bed and applying the oil to these pressure points, and in the morning when I sit for meditation. And I've noticed a bit of a difference. So I just want to offer that as a disclaimer. This is temporary relief, not a cure. Also, I use peppermint oil diluted with sweet almond oil, and I have them in a roller bottle. So I use that only for these acupressure points, and I wash my hands and apply the oil to my middle fingers. We'll be using the middle fingers to apply because it's the strongest finger, and we'll use the index finger to locate each point. Now, as an audio and listening to this, I understand that it might be difficult to hear my instructions, but I will do my best to speak slowly and guide you to each place on your body. And we're going to be working from the neck up. So let's begin. So if you don't have a roller bottle, put just a little bit of whatever your carrier oil is in your palm with 1 drop of peppermint oil. And then or if you have a roller, get the oil on your middle fingers. So the middle fingers are primed and ready to go. Now with your index finger, I want you to feel behind your head where you have an indent from when your skull becomes your neck, where your head becomes your neck. In that indent is where I want you to now place your middle fingers. And we're going to press very firmly straight in. We're going to hold this for a little over a minute. And over the course of this time, our firmness is going to soften. But right now, press strongly with the middle fingers into the back of your head and at the indent where your head becomes your neck. This pressure point helps to relieve headaches brought on from allergies. All right, soften your pressure a little bit. And if you haven't already begun, start to take some really smooth, deep breaths. Relieve the pressure a little bit more. Soften a little bit more. And then just have a very gentle pressure at this indentation on the back of your head. And then very slowly release your hands down. We'll do palms up since you have oil on your fingers. Okay, let's reapply. And this will be the last application. So just a little bit more oil on the middle fingers. And then cover up your oil so you don't spill it. And then rub the 2 middle fingers together so it's on both. But first, with your index finger, I want you to find your collarbones and the 2 nodes right at so you're at the front of your neck where you feel the beginning of your collarbones. So you've got 2 bumps there. And then slide your index fingers down, maybe half an inch, not even, and there should be a little indentation there. That's where I want you to put your middle fingers, soaked with oil. And then you're pressing straight on that point, nice and firmly. Big breaths. This point helps to clear a little bit of coughing if that's happening. I also find that it clears some of the chest congestion as well. Soften your pressure a little bit, doing your best to press straight through or straight on that point. Soften your pressure just a little bit more. And soften just so that the fingertip is lightly resting at these two indentation points below your collarbones. Okay. And then slowly release the hands, palms face up, resting on your legs. So our next point is on the face. So we don't need any more oil. There's enough residue on the middle fingers. So just rub the two fingers again together. Now you're going to find the point where your nostril meets your face. So right there, you're going to press directly in. Again, pressure is as firm as you're comfortable with. I find this one to be the most effective, especially if you have peppermint oil because of the aroma. And this point is odd because I feel, so if I feel this, I'm assuming others will feel it as well. It feels like it's almost creating a little bit of congestion. But I promise as soon as you remove the fingers in just another minute, the pathways will be more open. Go ahead and relieve your pressure just a little bit. Still taking smooth breaths. Relieve the pressure a little bit more. And then just enough so that your fingertip is lightly resting on this point. And then go ahead and release your hands back down. Now that the fingers are removed, I'm hoping that you're feeling a huge influx of relief. I have found that practicing this 2 to 3 times a day has been the most effective. So practice as much as you'd like. I will offer that just like anything else, repetition is what makes this more effective and more helpful. So if you find you're congested and you just practice it every once in a while, it will likely not help you. Um, so I practice this every morning and every night, regardless of if I'm feeling overly congested or not. And then when I'm having a lot of congestion, I'll add sometime around lunch as well. So I'll add a third application. So I hope you have found this helpful. And thank you so much for being here.